Hi there. So nice to meet you. What's on your mind?
Well, you, if you don't mind. And also this. This phone has no business being as good as it is for the price. The hardware, the software, the AI, oh, and the camera, which can take pictures like this and this. Is it the new Honor flagship, the new Oppo phone, the new S26 perhaps? No, it's actually one of these. This is the new Tecno Camon 50 Ultra 5G. It's their new flagship phone for 2026 with a big focus on design, camera, and Ella. Hi, Ella. What's the weather today?
Hey, Bridge, it's cloudy today.
Can you turn the brightness down on the phone?
Brightness goes down.
Bed goes up, bed goes down.
This is Ella, a voice assistant that goes way beyond your Siris or your Bixbys.
Hi there, I'm Ella, your AI assistant built by Tecno. I can help you with a wide variety of tasks.
She can see what's on your screen.
Shows a fluffy, long-haired cat with striking blue eyes.
She can give you real-time translations.
豊かな文化と歴史を持つ国で、伝統的な神社やお寺、最先端の技術。
Adjust your phone settings, help you solve problems, read and write your WhatsApps. Send a WhatsApp to Peter Honeyhands.
All right, please dictate the message.
It's Sunday. Where are you? Why are you not in the office? You better be in even earlier tomorrow.
Please choose rephrase or send.
I'm not going to give him any context for that. Ella is your little pocket companion, who can also be powered by ChatGPT, Gemini, Grok. Is this the phone that finally makes AI feel genuinely useful every day?
So, imagine we're at a cozy little cafe. I'll be the waiter.
Well, I'll tell you what this can do, but first let's back up for a second, because who the heck is Tecno? If you're in the UK, Western Europe, North America, you may have never even heard of this brand, but actually they're massive in Asia and Africa and the Middle East, top 6 globally in terms of sales apparently. But a little bit frustrating if you can't buy it, because I think this would actually do really well here. So I've teamed up with Tecno for this video to show you what makes this special in a world of copy and paste glass rectangles. So there are 3 phones in the new Camon 50 series. You've got the 50, the 50 Pro, and this, the 50 Ultra 5G. You can see we've got the MediaTek Dimensity 7400 Ultimate processor, 144Hz AMOLED display, huge battery, triple camera setup, and full IP68, 69, and 69K water and dust resistance. They also bundle a 45-watt charger in the box, thank you very much indeed, plus we get a color-matched case and a screen protector. Now I would say from the front, it's giving kind of iPhone vibes, similar proportions, rounded corners, and from the back, I'd actually say it's more like the Galaxy S26 with this camera bump. With the side, maybe even classic Huawei with this curved edge to the screen. I know a lot of people prefer flat screens these days rather than the slight curved edges, but it still looks good, it feels nice in the hand, and I almost want to rebrand my entire channel and repaint the studio in this cypress green color. And we've also got this swan neck curved design around the cameras. And on the left side, we have this dedicated AI button. Press it to activate the one-tap flash memo, which gets sent straight to your AI Mind Hub, and more on all that in a second. And long press to wake up Ella and ask her anything you like. A couple of other nifty features include this red indicator light on the back here, which will flash when you get notifications, calls, or when you're shooting video, which I think is pretty cool. We also have an IR blaster built in. The Ultra 5G does also support eSIMs in most regions. The stereo speakers actually sound pretty good, and we have face unlocking and an in-screen fingerprint reader. But look at this, front and center, we've got a 6.78-inch AMOLED display. It's Full HD with a 144Hz refresh rate, which you don't see very often outside of dedicated gaming phones. And it means that, well, in the handful of games that support that very high frame rate, it'll run even smoother. More importantly though, the brightness. This tops out at 4500 nits of peak HDR brightness, so your games, your videos really pop, and also it makes it easier to use outdoors. We also have a very high 2160Hz PWM frequency, because a lot of people can be quite sensitive to the flicker of an OLED screen, and the higher the PWM, the pulse width modulation, the more comfortable it is for your eyes, and the less likely, if you are sensitive to it, that you'll get headaches and feel nauseous, which some people do, so having a high PWM rate is really important, and you just don't see that with a lot of the traditional flagships. And together with the TUV low blue light certification and their smart eye care mode you can enable in the settings, it is a gorgeous screen that is comfortable for your eyes. But what about on the inside? Well, as you saw from the specs earlier on, this is powered by the MediaTek Dimensity 7400 Ultimate, which is a kind of upper mid-range chip. It is fairly new and is particularly good for battery efficiency, just general processor and everyday workloads. It falls down a little bit in sort of raw graphics performance compared to some of the other higher end chips that you can get in phones, but it is still more than fast enough. I was maxing out Honor of Kings at 120 FPS. I could play War Thunder and Call of Duty on here, no problems at all. I mean, the truth is, unless you're playing the most graphically intensive AAA games with ray tracing for like long periods of time, most chips from the last couple of years will be more than powerful enough. And with a vapor chamber cooler and graphite keeping things running cool inside, and if you are gaming, just pop it into performance mode. 12 gigabytes of RAM, 256 storage in this model, and also a huge battery. Now there are actually two versions of this depending on the market and where it's sold. One with a single cell 6500 mAh and also one with a dual cell design that's 6150, compared to the new Galaxy S26 Ultra, which still has a 5000 mAh battery. For a phone at this price point, that is a whopper of a battery, and it means that by the end of the day, at about 11 PM at night for me, I still had 40% left. Tecno says you'll still have at least 80% of your battery capacity after 5 years. The only downside, the only thing I'm a little bit disappointed by, is that we don't have wireless charging. That obviously was a compromise to keep it thin and also reduce the price. So that's kind of the main specs with the Tecno, and we'll come to the camera in a second because I've got a lot to show you there. But I want to talk about the extra stuff, because normally this is where you roll your eyes and you jump towards the end of the video because it's all just like filler, nonsense AI stuff that they've just crammed in to pad out the spec sheet. Well, they reckon with their suite of AI Tecno tools and features and with the Ella voice assistant that this will be genuinely useful and actually help improve your everyday life. Now underneath it all, we have Android 16 running Tecno's iOS 16.1 software with the promise of 3 years of software updates and 5 years of security. One of my favorite tools with the Tecno phone though is this flash memo. So let me demonstrate. If I open up the gallery, here's a picture of Sylvie the cat. If I press the AI button on the side, it captures what's on screen and analyzes it. And if I tap this button up here, a beautiful blue-eyed cat. I would absolutely agree with that. And that's then been sent to my Mind Hub, my AI Mind Hub. So all my flash memos are here, even the dialogue I've had with Ella. I've done some problem-solving equations. So the idea is, rather than just screenshotting everything and it's all just kind of in your gallery and you can never find anything again, it's like having your little Pinterest board with everything you've recorded, and because it's categorized, it's really easy to navigate and search for what you've saved. So Tecno are really pushing this as a bit of an AI powerhouse, and as well as the flash memo and the Mind Hub, at the heart of it we have Ella.
Hi there, so nice to meet you. What's on your mind?
The contextual voice assistant, which you can just have a conversation with, ask questions.
YouTuber Tech Chap means a person on YouTube. You like his videos?
Not really, no.
That's okay. Everyone has different tastes.
You can even use her as a bit of an English coach if you're learning the language.
Read can be a verb or a noun. As a verb,
You've got AI translation, whether you're face-to-face, having a dialogue. You can even take a photo and get a real-world translation. You can summarize documents, you've got writing tools. You can even use it to help you with your homework. Just take a picture and it can help you work through the problem and then give you the answer. You've also got the AI Health Assistant, where you can track your fitness, your health stats, particularly useful if you pair it with a Tecno watch, and also ask Ella common health questions. Although as an advisor, she's not a doctor.
What am I, a doctor or a moon shuttle conductor?
Although if Ella doesn't quite tickle your fancy, you can change the default voice assistant to Google or ChatGPT. And then there's a whole load of AI generation, whether using a text or an image prompt or even a hand-drawn sketch. You can also do image to video generation, so you give it a photo prompt and then it does its little magic. And there's a whole bunch of different templates, you can prompt it yourself. Definitely worth having a little play with. Oh, and have a look at this. This is 3D photo space. Just select a portrait photo and it'll turn your flat photo into a depth-filled 3D image. Very cool. Oh, and if you fancy turning your photos into a Van Gogh or a Monet style, then definitely have a play with the AI art gallery. Now, to be fair, some of these tools are just for a bit of fun, but some of them, particularly with the camera, are actually really useful, like this AI auto zoom. If you tap this little AI button in the gallery, it'll bring up relevant tools to improve your photo, like getting rid of reflections, reducing shadows. Tap AI auto zoom and it will crop in and give you a better composition. And then from there you can upscale the photo, you can remove people from the background, the usual kind of photo editing tools. We also have their Flash Snap 2.0. So if your kids or your pets are jumping around, dancing, playing football, you get a sharp, in-focus action shot, and it works with all 3 lenses. And speaking of which, let's talk about this camera setup. It is a triple lens system. We've got a 50 megapixel main camera, an 8 megapixel ultra wide, and a 50 megapixel 3x telephoto, with the main camera using Sony's LYT700C sensor. And then up front, we have a 50 megapixel selfie camera with autofocus. I mean, look at this. There's so much texture in this shot, and the way it's handled the darker skin tones against the bright coat and the colorful phone box, it all looks really natural. It's not overly sharpened, it's not too heavy on the contrast. I'm very impressed. And zooming in 3 times and 10 times and beyond with the AI auto zoom, with an update coming to push the 60 times max zoom up to 100 times. Even at night, while it can struggle a little bit with moving subjects, the 1/1.56 inch sensor and 1.8 aperture in this ultra night camera, as they call it, and particularly in good light, you can get some terrific shots from the 3 times telephoto lens. But wait, there's more, because the Camon 50 Ultra 5G achieved a very impressive DxOMark overall camera score of 146. That's the highest for any smartphone under $600. And so that is the new Tecno Camon 50 Ultra. There is an awful lot to like here. The huge battery, the solid specs, the actually surprisingly good camera, fast, comfortable screen, really nice design, and also you've got all those Tecno AI features in the LR voice assistant. You're getting a lot of phone for your money with this. If you've got any questions at all, drop a comment. I will also leave final pricing and also links if you want to check this out in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time right here on the Tech Chap.